welcome to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath, and I am glad you're here. I just got in from an amazing thrift store haul. I've been throwing a lot of thrift store hauls at you guys, but you seem to be digging them, so I'm just going to keep sharing with you what I'm finding out there. This was an unplanned thrift store visit. I'd gone to lunch with my wife, and we were driving by like the nice thrift store. It's the one that has like the way overpriced stuff, like $100 chairs. And stuff like that. They had a PlayStation 3 in there today. One of the original fat PlayStation 3s for $39.99, which is okay, but it's not great. Like, they always seem to charge too much for their stuff, except for their movies, which they always have like really good scores there, or at least most of the time they do. So today, I racked up this bag. There's some rare stuff in here. There's some out of print stuff in here. So let's just dig right in. Nothing particularly rare about Wild Hogs, but they had this Blu-ray. It was $2. Cool to add to your collection. This is one of those Disney produced. This was Touchstone, but Touchstone is owned by Disney. So John Travolta, Tim Allen, Martin Lawrence, William H. Macy. It's cool for $2. I picked it up, but here's what's really cool. I picked up a copy of Brave, the Disney Pixar animated movie Brave. I did not have this already. It's got the Blu-ray bonus features disc, the DVD, and it still had the movie rewards points sheet in there. And when I came in, it was one of the first things I did is I went to see if this was still valid, and it was. It had not been redeemed. So $2 for a Disney Pixar movie, Blu-ray, and Disney movie rewards points. It was incredible. Another thing that was really cool for me is this is something I've been wanting to pick up for a while, and I just haven't. It's the complete 50s series of The Adventures of Robin Hood with Richard Green. Yeah, Richard Green is the name of the lead actor who played Robin Hood. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know that I've talked about it very much on this channel, but I'm a massive Robin Hood fan. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. This is going to sound crazy to you probably, but Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is my favorite movie, or at least it's the movie that I credit with igniting that love of movies for, in my heart. That sounds kind of cheesy, like it ignited it in my heart, y'all. But it was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves that really started all of this. It was one of the first movies that I ever actually owned on VHS. I wore it out. Anyway, that's for another time, but I love Robin Hood. I love all Robin Hood. And so this is something that, it's a Mill Creek set. I love Mill Creek, so I've been meaning to add this to my collection. It's the entire series, 4 seasons, 143 episodes on 11 DVDs. They are all here. I've checked them all. They are all in great shape. The box has a little bit of, looks like it's been punctured right here. But $2. This was $2. Technically, for TV series, they're supposed to charge $4, but TV series and box sets are supposed to be $4, but they didn't. They just charged me $2 for this. So I'm super happy to have that. This is the last mundane, run-of-the-mill item that I'm about to show you. I picked up a copy of Gus with Don Knotts, the horse movie. Don Knotts doing Disney, I love it. I love Don Knotts. I love what he did, like The Reluctant Astronaut, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, like stuff like that. Like Don Knotts, The Andy Griffith Show. He's an American treasure. So I'm always happy to add another Disney movie to the collection. Now let's get into some cool stuff. I picked up, you guys, this Steelbook presentation of the Iron Man, the first Iron Man Steelbook. Look at this thing. It's not perfect, like it's not immaculate. It's got a few scratches on the side, on the back and everything, but a lot of times you see these steelbooks and they've been like, they're rusty and you're like, how did this get so wet? I don't know. This is from 2008. It's obviously, it doesn't have the back slipcase or whatever, but it has both discs, the movie disc and the special features disc. This is a DVD. This is not a Blu-ray, but these early editions, I don't think it's on the Blu-ray, but there was a documentary on the Iron Man DVD when it first came out, and it was called, I think it's called I Am Iron Man, and it's like an hour and 50 minutes of a documentary chronicling the making of that first Iron Man movie, from the idea of it, from like coming up with a story, all the way to the premiere of the movie itself. Kind of like what they did with the Lord of the Rings movies on the big deluxe box set version of those, the appendices. It's like an exhaustive making of documentary, and it's not on the Blu-ray as far as I know. My Blu-ray doesn't have it, at least. I think it's kind of been lost over time. It's only on certain editions, or it was on certain editions. Anyway, it's on here, and that was reason enough for me to want to pick this up. But guys, this is sharp, right? $2. $2. I don't even understand why somebody would donate this to the thrift store. But this is the thrift store that I go to. Like I said, it's kind of on the nicer side of town. And they always, I say the nicer side of town. It's like the progressive side of town where they're building a lot of new things. And like all the housing is kind of going to that side. So it's a lot of the wealthier people. And I guess they just think that this is garbage. And they're like, just give it away. So like all of this stuff, I can't believe somebody donated, but they do. Now here's where things get, this is the last thing, but this is super cool. In 1990, there was a Zorro TV series that came on the Family Channel in America, and those episodes were put out on DVD, but the first season at least is out of print, and it's you can find used copies for a reasonable price, but if you want new copies, you're going to pay a little bit for it. But someone donated not just season 1, which in itself, it's brand new. It is still sealed. Season 1 of Zorro from 1990. They also donated season 2 of Zorro from 1990. They also donated season 3 of Zorro, as well as season 4. It's the entire series. It's all 4 seasons of the 1990 Zorro. They're all still factory sealed. What are you doing? Like, you don't even open it? You have Zorro, you don't even open it? Like, come on, man. What are you doing? So this, you can buy 2, 3, and 4 are still available. They're about $20 a season, I think. So that's not bad, but if you look at it that way, this is like $60 worth of Zorro just for these 3 seasons, and then you got to track down that first season. I know box sets of this are going on eBay for about $80 and up. $80 is for used, and these again are factory sealed. So the only downside to this incredible find is that the complete series set of this came with a slipcase, and I can live without a slipcase, but it came with a 5th package called, I think it was called the Zorro Anthology. And on that disc was like the original Douglas Fairbanks silent movie version of Zorro, The Mark of Zorro, which, Batman fun fact, it was The Mark of Zorro that Bruce Wayne went to see with his parents the night that his parents were murdered, and that he technically kind of became Batman. And different authors of Batman have decided, well, it was the silent film version, and others have said, well, no, it was the 40s version. So depending on who's writing Batman, sometimes it's silent, sometimes it's the 1940s version with Tyrone Power. But the 5th disc, the 5th set of this has the silent version. So watch it, maybe you become Batman. Hopefully no tragedy strikes. But it also has like the first chapter of a Zorro serial and some other cool little oddities, and I can't find that disc anywhere on its own. So maybe it's back in the warehouse at the thrift store, because here's the thing. I got there, it was after lunch, so it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere like that, and the guy was putting out the DVDs and the Blu-rays. So I had just timed it perfectly. He might have even, this is the guy, I've talked about this in a previous thrift store video. He was like keeping stuff for himself. It's the same guy that was like putting stuff aside for himself, like box sets. He was like, I'll take that. So it's the same guy. So maybe he just hadn't put that 5th set out yet, the 5th box out yet. So I guess it's worth going back to look. But these, again, technically they should have been $4 a piece, and the lady at the front, the cashier, charged me $2. $2 for these still sealed Zorro seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this entire haul, 2 Blu-rays, including a Pixar Blu-ray, an entire series of Robin Hood, an Iron Man Steelbook, and the complete series of Zorro was $16, because there's no tax at the thrift store. $16 for this. So that's why I make these videos, because it is like, you know, you can play the lottery. I'll leave you to the lottery. I'll play the thrift store. Like, that's where I get the biggest thrills. It's crazy what you can find at these places. So if you have a thrift store in your area, I just want to encourage you to keep at it. Get there early. It just, I don't know, it just happens to be like, it's all about that timing. Like today, I got there while he was putting them out. And it wasn't first thing in the morning. I usually tell people, get there early, get there when they open. But today, that wasn't the case. It was like 12:30, and he was just putting them out. So it's just, it's luck. It's a lot of the luck of the draw. But there's really good stuff out there that people just don't want. People have decided that physical media is just holding them down. And we, people like you and me, can find really great things if we go look. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for checking it out. Please just give it a thumbs up if you like it. Serialatmidnight.com, at @serialmidnight on Twitter. It's the only way you can find out what's coming out on this channel before I actually post it. I always put it up on Serial Midnight on Twitter. So again, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you so much, and I will catch you later.